This episode is brought to you by Fortis et Fidelis, honoring the brave and faithful service of our fallen. The free will never forget. Are you interested in creating your own podcast? If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First, it's free. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So what are you waiting for? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Brave and Faithful podcast. I'm your host, Raiden Dionisio. Today, I got another special guest with us. I've known him for a couple of years, met him through the FitOps Foundation. He's an Army veteran. He's also a personal trainer. He was an actor, a model. He's been like the most interesting man I've known so far. It's none other than your boy, Will Jones. What's going on, bro?
Boom! It's your boy Will Jones. Hey, Raiden, man, that was some intro. That was you make me sound very interesting.
Hey, you are, man. You've had an interesting life so far, man. From what when we talked at FitOps and what I've seen so far, it's pretty. I can't lie. It's pretty interesting.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So just let our listeners and viewers know. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Oof. See, this is always rough. I got to take this class. It's give yourself intro 60 seconds because I really don't know where to begin or what to even say. But I'm from Torrance, California, right outside of LA. I joined the military, U.S. Army in 2004. Got out 2008. First Cav Division, Fort Hood, Texas.
How long were you in the Army for?
4 years.
Okay. And during that time, you made a couple deployments.
Yeah, I did,
right?
2 deployments to Baghdad.
Okay. So, and then you did 4 years, made 2 combat deployments. What would you say was your biggest takeaway from the military?
The biggest takeaway I would say is, just as the common saying, embrace the suck. Make the most out of it. Have fun. It's gonna be good days. It's gonna be bad days.
Yeah.
But you just have to embrace it, and shit's gonna get better.
Definitely. There's gonna be better days ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So so you did 4 years. You joined in 2004. You got out 2008.
Yes.
Okay. So around this time, man, like out there in the country, that was when like the market crashed and housing market and things were going crazy, right? Out in the country. So how was your transition when you went back into the civilian world?
Well, it was pretty rough, even though I had a nice environment. I got out, I went back home, and I had a good environment. Yet, everybody has their own life, back home. I just coming out of the military where I'm around everybody almost 24 hours a day. And, the camaraderie is there and we're all kind of doing something and everybody's schedule is like the same for the most part. But then getting out of the military, you go back into civilian life and it's nothing like the military where, everybody's got their 9-to-5 jobs, everybody's got their school, everybody's on like different schedules. So, you kind of feeling alone and lonely. And, after, coming from never being alone to now being alone, it's pretty rough to grasp at the beginning, So yeah.
So you had those camaraderie and
and you know the schedule. Like what would you say was kind of like the worst moment or experience during your transition uh, back to the civilian world?
Yeah. I see. I never thought about it until like you just asked me, and the first thing that popped into my head is now it's like shit. I am now responsible for myself. It's like now it's on me what happens, you know?
Yeah,
Because military, you always had somewhere to be, somebody telling you what to do, and then now I'm out. It's like oh shit, I have to fend for myself. So
yeah, you had that structure in the military, whereas now it's like,
exactly.
and you know, it's like once you get out, it's not like the military is checking up on
Nope.
you.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Like once you get out, there's another guy replacing you as soon as you get out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's rough to deal with, and that's something I know I'll have to you know kind of cope with once I take off this uniform for the
Hey
final
man, look,
time.
you got plenty of time to prepare, so I think you'll be okay.
I appreciate it, bro. Hey, so you know, going back to the intro, when did you do all this acting and modeling, man? Was this before the military or was it
I mean,
after?
both. Like
Oh, you
yeah.
did
I
both?
mean, it's kind of just been like an ongoing thing. It's all like friends having things, or friends, having something like, hey man, take a picture with my T-shirt on, or hey, we need you in this
Yeah,
movie, or we need, what I mean. So it's always just the people that I hung out with always had something going on to where I was able to participate, and that was how I
yeah,
participated. And yeah, it's just something I do. Like I'm always down for fun, always down for an adventure, always down to help out. So
so you still got your connections within that
yeah,
industry or
yeah,
whatnot. Yeah, all right, that's
it's,
cool, man. Uh, how did your time in the military help you prepare? I know you did it before and then after, but like, how did that help your time in the military help you with like you know modeling or acting or anything like that?
I think it's the professionalism of it. Because
Yeah,
in the military, like you're saying, that structure is like, okay, well, you have to be at a certain place at a certain time. But if you're there at the time that you've been told, then you're late, So you always want to show up before the required time. And you know what I mean? Like in the military, it's like, yo, you've got the mission, you've got to complete the mission. So if you just take that
yeah,
same mindset into it, it shows a level of professionalism and dependability to where people would want to continue to work with you because you're easy to work with. One less thing
yeah.
for
I
them
mean,
to worry about.
reputation is it goes a long
Absolutely.
way too. Um, so as long as you put in the work, you're like you said, you're professional, and people will want to work more
Yes.
with you. So it's awesome, man. And also, I've seen lately. I know you're doing personal training. You said, where's your
Yeah,
gym
so I'm
located?
doing personal training and coaching out of CrossFit 310 in Redondo Beach.
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
Uh, it's been, let's see. I mean, I got my CrossFit level 1 in like 2 years ago, like after I got out
Okay.
of Fit Ops. So it was like what,
Okay.
2018. So yeah.
So you went back home and got your
Yeah.
certification.
Yeah. I mean, I've been going to
That's
this
awesome, man.
CrossFit gym since 2009, off and on. And the, just the progression of everything and led me to get my level 1. And now I've been brought up as a coach. So
How's that
it's
been
been
so far, man?
fun. I mean, it's
Yeah.
been a fun adventure. I'm able, what's that?
What would you? Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm able to, because I went to 4 different film schools in 2 different countries, and through that, all in GI Bill, by the way. But through all that, like I'm able to go and film like different workouts and different things like that, like through the CrossFit Open. So I've been doing that for like, I don't know, the last 3-4 years, filming all the different open workouts and stuff like that.
Wait, go back to what
Wait.
you said before. You said you went to 4 different
Oh,
countries, and you kind of just like
I
skimmed
did
over
kind of
that.
skim over that. No, so I went to 4 different film schools in 2 different countries, all on the GI Bill.
Okay. How were you able to get that done? So if our listeners are our audience is listening right now, like, hey man, how do I get that done?
Yeah. Okay. So, just be creative, really. Like I've got a buddy that went through and got his either master's or bachelor's degree on the GI Bill. You know what I mean? So I guess it's just all in the school that you choose and the programs that you choose and in how you do it. But for me,
Mm-hmm.
this was like right at the onset of when I think it was President Obama changed it to the post 9/11 GI Bill or something like that, and when you were
Yeah.
able to have the living expense instead of just the Chapter 33 or something like that. So it was like, yeah, I'd sign up for these different programs, and it'd be like a filmmaking program or like an acting program or something like that through these accredited schools, that the
Okay.
VA, like they're accredited by the VA, and yeah, just worked it out that way.
How did you find out about all these programs? Did you just ask the VA, or like, did you know
So I
people,
did
or?
LA Films. No, hold on. I did LA Film School, but there's a Los Angeles Film Festival, and I had met a guy at the LA Film Festival that told me about this filmmaking program at UCLA Extension. So, and he's like, yeah, the GI Bill would work on that. So I went and researched it and find out that they do accept the GI Bill. So I signed up for that program. And then through that, I met another
Okay.
Army veteran, and he turned me on to this film school in the Philippines that also accepted the GI Bill.
Okay.
So, I'm like, boom, beautiful tropical island, doing films, like it's an adventure of a lifetime. So I jumped at that opportunity. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
So no,
Yeah.
I was
So
just saying, yeah. And then
yeah, go
from
ahead.
there, it just hopped along. I found another film school that accepted the GI Bill, did that program, and I still had time left on my GI Bill, and I found another one. So you know,
That's awesome, bro. So for our audience that's just listening right now, talking to your boy Will Jones, going over his life after the service. Being an actor, a model, a personal trainer, using his GI Bill in the most creative ways to travel to different countries
absolutely.
across the world. Uh, yeah, man. Make sure you guys are taking notes on
Yeah,
this,
no.
man.
So when
uh,
you just Google search it, like whatever it is that you're into. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't out for like a degree. I wanted an adventure. I wanted a
mm-hmm.
skill. I wanted to do something that my life revolves around. I had found this thing that I wanted to get into. Well, so I'm into scuba diving, and I found this school in Florida
Mm-hmm.
accepts the GI Bill as well as vocational rehab, and they'll just train you all the way up to dive master. Right. So, I mean, you just have to find a thing that you're creative or that you're passionate about and creative, and you'll find a way. The ways are
Yeah,
out there. You just have to find it.
that's a good point that you brought up. I mean, everything now is literally on your, like you just go on Google, like you said,
Yeah.
it's on your fingertips. It's like all the information that you need is out there. All you have to do is do a little research, some, homework, and see what you can find. And to your point, something that you're passionate about. I think it's a great point that you brought up. A lot of veterans or military, like, once they get out, oh, I'm just going to go to school and get a degree. But it never. I mean, I don't want to say never, but sometimes that's difficult because they've been trained like, oh yeah, this is just what I do after the military. When in reality, you really need to focus on what you are passionate about and what you really want to do
Yes.
for the rest of your life, and something that you want to do and not hate for the
Absolutely.
rest of your life.
I mean, yeah, because if you love it, you'll sit
Yeah,
in that 2 hour traffic, you know?
yeah, definitely. So bro, going all through all this, all the things that you've done, what's been the most rewarding moment or experience you've had so far?
I would say the people that you meet along the way has been the most rewarding. Just the different, you know, everyday, unplanned adventure. Just yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the most rewarding. Everything's just you have your good days, you have your bad days, but then it's also about the perspective of it. If you're looking at it through a negative lens, then all you're gonna see is a negative. But if you look at it through the positive lens,
Yeah.
oh man, you like, yo, I had the time of my life doing that. So
That's a good point, man. People always looking at it, the glass half full when it's, or half empty
yeah,
when it's
and it's
half
like
full.
in this day and age, and it's so easy to get distracted. So
Mm.
one thing, and this happens to me daily, is there's one thing that will just set me off, and I gotta recenter myself because that just totally just affects me in the most negative way. So it's just a daily
Yeah,
struggle, and this is just how I continue to remind myself, like, yo, like, just change perspective.
it's awesome. Great. That's great.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
great
and it's
perspective
and
right
it's
there.
I can't take credit for that. I have to give credit to my girlfriend. She's the one that always says, like, change the perspective. And as much as I don't listen to it in the
Yeah.
moment, it's the right thing to say, and it's definitely helps. So we're just stubborn, you know.
Shout out to
Shout out to Castadon.
yeah.
You know. Oh yeah.
Shout out to the
You know.
girlfriend for helping out. So, bro, can you give our audience like an actionable step that they can take right now in pursuit of whatever they want to
Yeah,
do?
I would say. I mean, the answers are within all of us. We just have to look and just find the thing that makes us the most happy. That gives us that energy that nothing else gives us. The thing that gets us out of bed every morning. The just the passion and the fire. Find that thing and just do it. It's easier said than done, but it's worth it.
Right. Yeah.
It's worth the fight. It's worth the the little nuances that, if gone unchecked, turn into big issues that we have to deal with it in the long run.
Mm-hmm. Love it, man. I can feel your passion through this
Look,
call,
this is
bro.
just a constant reminder for myself. Like, this is a daily struggle for me.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you, bro. Because sometimes when I post stuff out there, I'm not only like, because I can relate. Like, I'm not just talking to people
Yeah.
to see or read or whatever. Like,
Right.
it's me
Right.
talking to myself as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to motivate myself to just be better every day, whether that be like, being a leader in the
Yep.
military, a dad, a father, a husband. Like, you know, we just all, like you said, we just have to find that thing, that
Yeah.
passion that gets us going, and don't extinguish the fire. Like,
Yeah.
just
Just
keep,
continue
just
to
keep
add
moving
fuel to
forward.
it. Keep it burning.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. So, bro, what's one thing you want our listeners and viewers to take away from this
Just
episode?
have fun, be happy, enjoy life. Make the most out of it. Um, I mean, through my experience and everybody's experience, like we've all dealt with loss, you know, like we've all dealt with things that bring us
Yeah.
down, and we know how that feels. But we need to just, yeah, you know, like okay, we feel this, but you know, there's so much more out there. So we could take that pain, we could take that hurt with us. We just need to push past it and use that as fuel, you know, use that to keep the fire burning, to just keep it going. You know, it's just,
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, just.
No, that's a great point, man. I mean, for our audience that are listening right now, you know, some of you guys might not know who Will Jones is, and what he's done in his service. You know, I got to know you, bro, like when we were in FitOps. You know, you didn't really, um, you know, kind of put you didn't really kind of share your story out there. But I think from, you know, from other people and just from what we've heard, you know, everybody's been through a lot, and I know you've been through a lot. And for those of you guys listening right now, you might not know it, but he's like, this boy has been through, I mean, literally some shit like during the service. And I just love like the outlook that you have, and the positive vibe that you're just putting out there in the universe, man. Because it shows that you can just overcome anything once you have that positive mindset, and you know, not looking at it half empty when it's half full
No, well,
perspective.
thank
So
you, man. I
I appreciate
appreciate
you,
you.
man.
It's a daily struggle.
Yeah, most definitely. But I'm glad you have a great support system that's helping you out, and it's just good to see you
No,
doing great
likewise,
things,
bro.
bro.
You the one really doing it. You know?
No, just try my best, like I said, man,
Yeah,
every day, just
yeah,
to be
no.
better.
And so with that being said, I also want to say this, like, because this is something that I have trouble with every day, comparing myself to others. You know, but like you said, you
Mm-hmm.
know, just trying my best to be better today than I was yesterday, right? And that's
Yeah,
different for everybody. You know, we have to find that thing for us that makes that gives us that improvement based on us. You know, we can't look at, you know, whoever we're following on the internet, or you know, whatever business we see, you know, on the corner, and compare ourselves to that. It's like, no, no, no. We have to compare ourselves to the person in the mirror. We have to compare ourselves to what we've done in our lives. Again,
that's a
another
great
daily
point, man.
struggle.
Man, yep, most definitely, most definitely.
Oh
Oh,
no,
bring the
you
fire, bro.
yeah, man, you ignited it.
Love it, bro. All right, bro. So this is the last segment of our show.
Ooh,
This is what I call the Fast Five. These are fat
this is
five
hard. I'm
questions
gonna
I
tell. I'm
ask
gonna be
all my
honest. This is hard
guests.
for me.
So,
No.
all right, bro. You ready?
Here we go. Always
All right,
ready.
here goes. First
Scuba
question. What's
diving.
one hobby you enjoy? Scuba diving. All right. If you had to choose one person, dead or living, to hang out with or go scuba diving with for one day, who would it be and why?
Well, because you just said scuba diving, I'm gonna go with Jacques Cousteau, just because he's like the man when it comes to scuba diving.
Okay. And then next question. Recommend a
The
book for our
Alchemist.
audience to read.
That one brought me to
I love
tears.
that
That's
book,
the only
bro.
book that's ever brought me to tears. So that's why.
That's probably one of the books that I read like the fastest. Like it took me like
Yeah, I
days
mean,
to
yeah,
just
I
go
mean,
through it. It,
yeah.
it was a great
It's a
read. I
what
couldn't put it
4 hour
down.
audio book. So.
Yeah. What's your favorite quote
I
and
mean, it
why?
really all depends on the day, time, and moment. You know, every guy, because I read so many quotes, I just can't choose one because each one depends on different.
Right.
I know, and I'm going a roundabout way of answering this question. Uh,
Tell us a quote that you would. I mean, it can be yours or anybody's, but like to kind of. I know it's kind of hard, but sum up your life.
You know, I guess, what do you say, live every day that it's your last, you know? I guess make the most
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, something like that. Like, you know,
Live your day
yeah.
like it's your last. And last question, where do you see yourself in a year, 5 years, or even 10 years from now?
This, I guess doing the same thing I'm doing, going after each opportunity, going after each new adventure, even old adventure. You just living to the best of my abilities, you know, continuing to make the most out of life. That's what I see myself doing from now to the rest of my life, you know, just making the most of it.
Making the most of what you can with what you
Absolutely.
have,
Living
living
life
life
to
to
the
the fullest.
fullest. And that's, yeah, whatever that
All
means
right.
to you.
Yep, most of it's
Yeah.
different for each people, but whatever makes you happy, whatever your purpose is. Um, so, bro, this has been a great episode. You
Oh,
dropped
thank you.
some
I
fire.
appreciate you.
I appreciate you for coming on, man. And again, probably one of the most interesting men that I've met so far out there in the world. You've had many hats in life.
Hey, yeah,
That's all I can say.
it's all universal. You know what I mean? It's like a video
Yeah.
game avatar. You know,
So,
just
bro,
keep changing the hats, changing the outfits.
that's awesome, bro. So last thing, where can our
You
audience
can hit
stay in
me
touch with you?
on the Instagram at boom. It's your boy Will Jones, all one word.
All right, bro. Well, like I said, thank you for being on. I appreciate you, and continue to put the positive vibes uh, and positive
Nah,
energy out there, man. It's great. It's great seeing you doing good things, and just seeing you, like you
hey man,
said, living
likewise, my
life to the
brother. Thank
fullest.
you. I appreciate you.
All right, bro. All right, guys. Take care. Till then,
Peace.
I'll see you guys out there.
Hey everyone, Raiden here. I just want to thank you for listening to our podcast. And make sure you guys go check out our website, fortis-fidelis.com. Again, that's fortis-fidelis.com, and learn how you can help us support in providing these memorial coins to the families of the fallen. And make sure you guys go follow our social media on Facebook, FRTS FDLS. Again, that's FRTS FDLS. And on Instagram and Twitter at FRTS_FDLS. Again, that's FRTS_FDLS. And make sure you guys go subscribe, review, and leave a comment on our podcast on all the podcast platforms. Till then, take care.